नमस्कार. नंदुरबार तालुका विधायक समिती's College of Education Nandurbar, subject CPS 3 and CPS 4, curriculum and pedagogic studies, school subject first and second English. We have started unit number 1, aspects of English language. Here 1.1 we are going to see teaching of prose, then sub topics in it. Let's see unit number 1, aspects of teaching prose. We have complete prose, meaning of prose, then objectives of teaching prose, then types of prose. Then today we are going to see teaching of prose, and we will see steps in teaching prose and methods of teaching prose. Okay, let's start teaching of prose. See, students, the main aims of teaching prose are literary and content. See, we have to develop literary context as well as we have to develop a content among the student. So that is the aim of our teaching prose. To achieve the literary and content, the aims of teaching of prose should be intensive and extensive. So while teaching a prose, we should consider of intensive reading and extensive too. That is our main purpose behind teaching of prose. Then prose teaching is meant for learning a language. So learning a language, we learn this aspect of language, that is prose, because through the prose we have got a rich content, rich literary context to develop our language. That's why we call prose teaching is a mean for learning a language. So teaching prose means teaching reading with comprehension. So when we read, we should be able to understand each and every words and their meaning within the context. We should grasp the exact meaning what the writer is going to say. Take an example of competitive example. See, जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झामला परीक्षेला जातो तिथं आपल्याला एखादा पॅसेज दिलेला असतो. आता तो पॅसेजवरती खाली प्रश्न दिलेले असतात. आता एवढे विद्यार्थी बसलेले असतात, परंतु सगळ्यांनाच त्याचं कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन होईल असं नाही, कारण प्रत्येकाची रीडिंग विथ कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन ॲबिलिटी ही डिफरंट असते. सो दॅट्स वाय टीचिंग प्रोज मीन्स टीचिंग रीडिंग विथ कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन. हे आपल्याला विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन डेव्हलप करण्यासाठी खऱ्या अर्थाने प्रोज टीचिंग आपण करत असतो. सो द लर्नर्स आर टॉट द स्किल्स ऑफ रीडिंग बिकॉज it helps the learners to acquire new vocabulary and content words. So through the prose lesson or through the prose, we have to develop a good vocabulary, a content words among the students. So that is the main purpose behind it. So the power of comprehension can be promoted through reading. So when we read, we should develop our comprehension, a power of comprehension. So it is promoted through our reading and our listening. That is that's why we are going to teach a prose. So let's see teaching of prose. So teaching prose also enables the students to understand the passage. So whatever the passage we are going to read, we should understand it. We have to develop that type of understanding among the student. To read fluently, to enrich their vocabulary, and to enjoy reading and writing, it enables the learners to extend their activities. So knowledge of vocabulary and structures and to become more proficient in the four language is very important for us. So that's why we are going to we use the prose lesson. So skills, it develops the ability of speaking English correctly and fluently. So we have to develop the ability of speaking English correctly, fluently. We should use that language. That is the purpose behind teaching the prose. So teaching of prose are very important for us. So the teaching of prose includes two types of lessons. So here we have two types of lesson. The first one is that detail or intensive reading, and second one here detail or intensive reading means reading a text for accuracy is called intensive reading. When we read for accuracy, because we are going to take the accurate meaning, it is called a intensive reading, or we call it as a detailed reading too. Then second one is that non-detail or extensive reading. Here extensive reading is for reading for fluency. involves reading of longer text for pleasure. Here we read for pleasure. See, taken for example, when we read any book, we read it for detail or intensive reading. Or when we are going to read the newspaper, sometimes we are going to take the information, or sometimes if we going to read a magazine, we are going to take a pleasure. There are short stories are there, etc. So our purpose is different while reading the material. So these are the two types: detailed reading or intensive reading, and non-detailed reading or extensive reading. So let's see in detail what is detailed reading and intensive reading. Here detailed reading is what? Reading a text for accuracy is called intensive reading. Here the main purpose of reading is that to get the accuracy. That is, then second one is that it is done with close guidance of the teacher. See, detailed reading or intensive reading needs a guidance, a close guidance of the teacher. The textbook is read thoroughly word by word. So it is under the guidance of the teacher. Then students are required to read it not only for comprehension but for mastering the prescribed structure and vocabulary. See, here students are required to read it thoroughly and comprehend it and master on the prescribed structure and vocabulary given in that book. So that is the purpose of detailed or intensive reading. It involves the profound and detailed understanding of the text. Here detailed understanding also very important. So it is primarily concerned with the developing of reading strategies. So if we have to develop a reading strategy, then it is used. The reading strategies are judgment, reasoning, interpretation, and appreciations. All these are the reading strategies. A text is considered suitable for scanning of information, paying attention to the writer's intention, argument, ideas, styles, etc. So here the students are expected to answer all questions which involve their understanding of the text, grammar, vocabulary, and writing, etc. Suppose on a text, if we are going to ask a question on grammar, vocabulary, writing, some judgment are there, reasonings are there, interpretations are there, appreciations are there. All these things, if we want to find out in the text, so we need a detailed or intensive reading. I just give an example of competitive exam. In that content, in that paragraph, all these things are we are going to observe. असे प्रश्न त्या ठिकाणी विचारलेले असतात. त्या ठिकाणी जजमेंटचे असतात, रिझनिंगचे असतात, इंटरप्रिटेशन आपल्याला करायचं असतं, आपल्याला ॲप्रिशिएशन करायचं असतं. कधी कधी ग्रामरवरती प्रश्न असतात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, टेक एन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ 10th class and 12th class. We have unseen passages are there. On that passages we have some questions on grammar, vocabulary, and on writing, on a text also. So that when we read that type of content or text or passage, it is called a intensive or detailed reading. So it is a detailed reading. Let's see non-detailed or extensive reading. Here extensive reading or reading for fluency involves reading of longer text for pleasure. Here the purpose is that we have to get the pleasure. एखादं मनोरंजनासाठी आपण याचा रीडिंग करत असतो. The students can read on their own. Here we do not need the guidance of teacher. So this is called rapid reading or independent silent reading. It is also called a independent silent reading. It trains the reader to understand the subject matter as quickly and effectively as possible. Here the reader or the student is going to understand the subject matter as quickly as efficiently as possible as per his ability. So he is going to understand it. So students are required to grasp the meaning of new words according to the situation or context in which they are used. So here students are going to, they are going to grasp the meaning of new words according to the situation given in the context, or they are going to use such type of vocabulary or structure given in the situation. So it is concerned with understand the meaning as quickly as possible. it to increase passive vocabulary, to develop taste for reading, and the habit of reading for pleasure. So here quickly it means meaning of as quickly as possible, in the sense to increase passive vocabulary. In the last video we have seen passive vocabulary, active vocabulary. Active vocabulary in the sense whatever the words we use constantly, it is called active vocabulary. There are so many words we hardly use in a speech, it is called a passive vocabulary. All we have to increase that passive vocabulary, so we use extensive reading. So to develop taste for reading and the habit of reading or for pleasure. So here the purpose is that we have to develop that type of habit to take a pleasure from the reading. So the reading texts are within the linguistic competence of the reader. Here the text are the linguistic competency we are going to observe. So students are permitted to read at their own space. In this type of reading, students are permitted to read it their own space. त्यांना जशी वेळ असेल त्यांच्या आवडीने ते कंटेंटचं रीडिंग या ठिकाणी करत असतात. सो दे चूज वेन टू रीड ऑर वेअर टू रीड. केव्हा आणि कधी वाचन करावं हे दॅट इज द ते रीडर ठरवत असतो, स्टुडंट ठरवत असतो. दिस क्रिएट्स इंटरेस्ट अमंग द लर्नर्स, सो दे लर्न टू रीड फास्टर विदाउट एनी डिस्टर्बन्स. सो हे इथं पर्पज काय असतो त्यांचं की स्पीडली लर्न ते रीडिंग करायला शिकत जात असतात. सो it is called a non-detailed or extensive reading. So this content is taken from this website. You can visit this. Whatever I have prepared, select the content from these websites and these books. You can read, you can visit these slides and this website to take the references too. So here I stop. Thank you very much.